At schoolgirls level, at junior level, and as I said, a silver medal here in Tbilisi in 2019 in the European Schoolgirl Championships. There's some expectation on her here, but a smile there for the officials at ringside as she makes her way to the red corner. Now, we've seen all the success that Russia have had so far. 8 out of 10 gold medals have gone their way up until this point. So a lot of pressure here on NURUTDINOVA, not just to keep that run going, but to do it against Georgian opposition. She's not boxed at the kind of level prior to this that BUKIA has. NURUTDINOVA is the less experienced fighter of the two we're seeing here, so maybe that could count for something. But this could be a tremendous day in the career of TATIA BUKIA if she can get this gold medal. As I say, a silver in front of a home crowd in Tbilisi. A gold would be something else.
Yeah, and you spoke about the pressure on the Russian fighters after their success so far, but you can already see from the reaction, and well, hear from the reaction and see from the way even the local photographers are here and just focusing their attention on TATIA BUKIA. There is the pressure of being in your home nation and playing and fighting in front of a home crowd that will hang on her shoulders as well going into this fight. Almost evens it out slightly, because you still wouldn't want to be, as we've said time and time again so far this evening, this afternoon, that you wouldn't want to be the first Russian that ends the gold rush that they're on right now.
So here we go, NURUTDINOVA with a slight advantage in height and probably reach as well then. In the blue on the right hand side, she represents Russia. TATIA BUKIA of Georgia in the red. NURUTDINOVA, as I said, won comfortably in her semi-final. Was a good mover, had some good technique, looks nice and athletic. And these two just falling into a clinch in the opening few seconds. BUKIA just looking to try and punch as they were separated at the earliest possible opportunity. Two orthodox fighters here, which is quite unusual actually in IEBA International in competition. Both looking to try and land the jabs. Haven't quite found the range with them yet. NURUTDINOVA got through with one there. As I said, she has got that slight advantage of reach. If she extends with that lead hand, as she does there, she is capable of making contact from the outside at a distance from which BUKIA won't be able to. Good pullback right hand there from the Russian as well. Through it, then just rocked the weight back onto her back foot. She's had a slightly better opening in this first minute, NURUTDINOVA, so far, although neither one of these two has really landed anything particularly meaningful. BUKIA trying to let that 1-2 go, didn't quite get the feet close enough, it didn't really make it. NURUTDINOVA with a shake of the head there, saying that BUKIA missed with both of those two, which was indeed correct.
Looking to be sharp though, BUKIA, and she's used her body movement well, the upper body in particular. She's been able to dodge and duck away from a couple of things and try and open up some extra angles for herself to deal with getting around that long left arm of the Russian.
She did land the right hand there, BUKIA. It certainly brought a big reaction from the crowd into the last 15 seconds of this opening round, and BUKIA getting more into it towards the end there. NURUTDINOVA, I felt, was in control of it really up until that point. Left hand did land there from BUKIA, and this strong finish from her in a round where not all that much has landed clean, where there hasn't been too much eye-catching work, that could level things up and make it interesting. NURUTDINOVA looked like the technically better fighter to me throughout the first half of that fight. We've got split scoring, NURUTDINOVA getting it with 3 of the judges, TATIA BUKIA getting it with the other 2. I would have just shaded NURUTDINOVA myself, but split scoring there is fair.
Yeah, and I liked BUKIA in the final 30 seconds of that round as well. And it was interesting, straight from the get-go, she came out with 2 big jabs just to set an aggressive start to it and get the Russian on the back foot initially to BUKIA. And it didn't necessarily work too well. It didn't obviously close up NURUTDINOVA. and make her get on her heels straight from the get-go, and she certainly established herself well in that round. But I think BUKIA has just been lively enough to make you think that she could potentially do something and find a way around that left hand, and she did land quite a few towards the end of that round.
She stepped in a bit more, just committed a little bit more, and that's the thing. She's got to get her feet close enough to land. If you don't get your feet close enough, then you're reaching and you're going to get picked off, which is exactly what happened there. She threw the right hand, chased it in a bit, and NURUTDINOVA just clips her with the left. And the Russian just trying to throw that right hand a little bit over the top, but BUKIA comes back with her own right. This is warming up. Lead left hand there. NURUTDINOVA just manages to pull those feet back out of range. Then is caught a little bit tall and square as the right hand comes in from BUKIA. The Russian has got to try and avoid that, keep using that jab if she can. Right hand short from the Russian, one just before that maybe collided with the side of the head there of BUKIA. Midway through the second round, so midway through the contest, and this continues to be nip and tuck really. The referee telling both of them to listen and respond swiftly to instruction. Tangle of arms on the inside. Good right hand there from BUKIA. NURUTDINOVA just not throwing that jab quite as much. BUKIA, as I say, just getting into the range she needs to be at to throw that right. NURUTDINOVA really needs to keep using that lead left hand. She's got the height, she's got the reach, but at the minute, she's neglecting it. Closing stages of the second round. 2 or 3 good single shots in this round have come from BUKIA. Of course, you've got the added aspect of the crowd cheering every time she lands anything. A right hand there from NURUTDINOVA did get through. We had split scoring in that first round, and that was completely understandable. It wouldn't be all that surprising if we got the same thing again at the end of the second. NURUTDINOVA, I think, just didn't quite work hard enough in that second round, and maybe BUKIA will take this one. BUKIA, well, it's split again. BUKIA's got it 10-9 with 3 of the judges. NURUTDINOVA's got it 10-9 with the other 2. So we've got it absolutely in the balance here. NURUTDINOVA has got a 2-point lead with 2 of the judges. BUKIA's got a 2-point lead with the other 2. The Croatian judge, it is all on that judge now, because he's got it 19 points apiece through the first 2 rounds. Unless there are point deductions or a monster round for either one of these 2 in this final round that causes a 10-8, then those 4 cards, the 2 that they've got each, they're gone, basically. And it all comes down to who wins this final round, with our Croatian judge who's got it 19 apiece. So it could not be closer. And that's about right, isn't it, when you look at those first 2 rounds? Very,
very even. Nothing really to split the 2. As you mentioned, BUKIA had that wonderful right with about 40 seconds to go in that second round, and a couple more that were similar. But again, NURUTDINOVA has been able to just use the jab when she wants. It's a lively start from the Georgian there, though, to start round 3.
Nice left hand on the inside from NURUTDINOVA, who I felt just didn't work quite hard enough in round 2. She's going to have to up that in round 3, because BUKIA is going to come out here and really try and step to her. I think she'll feel, the Georgian, that she had success when she really committed, and that when she tried to put it on NURUTDINOVA, maybe NURUTDINOVA ever so slightly didn't really want to know. Right hand there from BUKIA, almost reaches. Let's go with the right there, NURUTDINOVA. Didn't quite commit to it though. BUKIA looking to come back with her right. Almost midway through this third and final round, and again, there's not too much in this. Couldn't have been more level going into the final round. BUKIA on the front foot more of the 2, and that can sometimes count with the judges when you've got a close one. She's looking to come forward, a bit clumsy there, but she was backing up NURUTDINOVA. She wasn't able to counter it. She looked for the right hand there. The Russian pulls her feet back though and evades the left of BUKIA fairly comfortably. Left hand comes in from NURUTDINOVA, who's staying composed here. She's staying compact. She's sticking to her plan, sticking to her boxing. She feels that she's doing enough here. Decent front foot pressure there from the Russian as well, just manoeuvring BUKIA around, throws the left hand, catches her with a left, followed by a right, and this is good boxing from NURUTDINOVA. That is good boxing. As said, she's kept her composure, and that's a perfect example of it there. Right hand gets through from BUKIA, who just looks to try and step to NURUTDINOVA. And again, this is close. I would go with the Russian in this final round. I think she's done the better boxing and landed the cleaner punches, but BUKIA has come forward, but she's getting caught here. She's got caught 2-3 times in the final 10 seconds there, and that for me is enough to give NURUTDINOVA the round. But just a reminder of the scenario, nobody won that round 10-8. There was no point deductions, so the 2 rounds they had apiece at 20 points to 18. They're staying where they are, and it comes down to our Croatian judge who had it 19-19.
I mean, that was straight down the middle again, that final round. In the first minute was very much the Georgian. I thought BUKIA being aggressive, and NURUTDINOVA certainly seemed to be far more tentative again, but as it went on, and then the final minute, NURUTDINOVA, that jab then started to be effective once more and keep BUKIA at bay, and she was caught more, the Georgian.
NURUTDINOVA gets it, so the Croatian judge there gave it 10-9 NURUTDINOVA, and 4 out of the 5 judges went for NURUTDINOVA in that final round, and I make that the right decision because she landed some good clean punches, and as I said, showed a lot of maturity. I thought in round 2 she maybe just got put under a little bit of